With Wolverine on his way to the MCU, it's only a matter of time until we start hearing backlash for whoever they cast. But is there a possibility, as some rumors would suggest, that Hugh Jackman could return, and what would the director of Logan think about that? We're going to cover all that in this video. You know, I don't even really think there'd be a lot of backlash for a Wolverine recasting if they just gave us Hugh Jackman in that iconic suit we all wanted to see that Bryan Singer and co. refused to put in the films. If they could have just given that, I think a transition would be a lot smoother. But of course, we know Wolverine is going to get recast, and I think to many, including myself, will agree that Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, had a perfect send-off in Logan. Honestly, in my opinion, that's one of the best comic book films ever made. So I really look forward to how they're going to bring us a new version of that character on film. Now, recently, James Mangold, who of course directed Logan and the Wolverine, opened up about some of the questions, I guess you can say, in regards to the character's future and the possibility of Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine. The entire article is linked down below, but here's what he said, and I quote, "I would have no qualms about it if someone had a good idea. If it's basically, I ran out of money and I need to get a bigger paycheck and I'm doing an empty film, that cheapens the quality of the previous. Well, that would be its own sadness." And like I said, it is a rather long quote, so I don't want to go over the rest of it. It is linked down below for you guys to read the entire thing, but you get the idea of the direction he's heading in. If Marvel Studios was to come up with a great idea to bring back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, as that version, then he's open to it. He assumes Hugh Jackman would be open to it as well, as he's teased. But if it's a money cash grab, if they just want to toss it in there because Hugh Jackman needs another paycheck because he's been avoiding taxes or something, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, right? Like, you get what I'm saying. If it's just a quick, yeah, sure, give me $25 million and I'll return for 5 minutes because I want to collect the paycheck, he feels that that would be disappointing and would ruin what they did with the character so far. So realistically, he seems like he's all up for it, honestly. If they can come up with something good, then go ahead and do that. But don't do a cheap cash grab, because that would do no service to the previous iteration and the next one. And realistically, you know, I think you have to expect Marvel Studios is probably thinking of it the same way. What can we do? How do we do it? Is there justification? And would this hurt the next person to play Wolverine? And realistically, probably would, unless, and hear me out, unless they were to bring back Hugh Jackman as a multiverse version of Wolverine and then somehow de-age him or something and then morph him into another actor. A little complex, but you can make it work, I guess. Or, I don't know, introduce a couple versions of Wolverine from the multiverse and choose the youngest one to stay around while the other one literally passes the torch. Have Hugh Jackman pass along the suit. There you go.